AVC, it is Outdoor Metal Rocker 64. I have another installment of the Vinyl Hunter. Yes, been a while. So, last Friday I was up in Fargo. I had an appointment, and so it wasn't until later in the afternoon I was going to stop over at the Vinyl Giant and Orange Records and pick up a bunch of stuff. Well, I only made it to Orange Records. Anyway, so I go in there Friday. I had like 5 albums put away for me that I had seen on the Vinyl Giant's Facebook site. They always post stuff they get. Not everything, but most of it. And some of the stuff I seen, I had to put away. 5 albums, I believe. Yeah, 5 albums. So when I was in there, I knew I was going to spend a good hunk of money. And so I started going through. I usually just go to the recent arrival bins, because everything else I've been through and I know what's in them. On occasion I'll go through the new releases in the metal section, but I did not do that on Friday. So anyway, I go through all the bins, and I mean, there's some killer stuff. I mean, I go in there a lot, and I rarely ever see any of this hard rock metal stuff ever, and I mean ever. So I was really stoked. So I kept going through it, and there's stuff there that I left, but I'm going to go back tomorrow and I'm going to pick the rest of it up. So anyway, I'm going through there, pick stuff up, just pull it out, put it off the side, pull it out, put it off the side, look at most of the albums, the vinyl, see what kind of shape, in very decent shape. So I go to pay for it, and my card was over the limit for the day, so I wasn't able to pick all this stuff up, so I had them save it, and I went back up there Saturday. So I get there Saturday, I go through the bins again, and then I pick up maybe 4 or 5 more. I take 2 out that I did not want, that I did have. So now I'm going to go back and pick up the one I took out and add it to the collection, which was Saxon Strong Arm of the Law, the black cover version. I do have another one, but it's kind of beat up. So anyway, so Saturday I go there and I pick all this stuff up, and this is what I got. A couple of these are from Orange Records. I'll show you the Orange Records stuff I got first. I picked up some 7-inch, which it doesn't have a whole lot, and what it isn't really to my liking, but I did find a few that I did like. Picked up April Wine, Nature of the Beast, or Just Between You and Me, on off of Nature of the Beast. So I was happy to pick that up. And then I picked up Jay Giles Band Centerfold, which has Seth Justman, and I believe it's freeze frame is on the other side. Let's see here. Side A is Centerfold, and side B is Rage in the Cage. So it's from the album Centerfold. And then last one I picked up was another Grand Funk, Good and Evil, and Bad Time. From Orange Records. I also picked up this. I seen he posted it, and I said I want. He usually doesn't put stuff behind the counter for me, which is a shame because I buy a lot from him. But so I picked up the Runaway self-titled re-release of Cherry Bombs of Icon and Influence, and this is re-recorded. The Runaways, self-titled, classic album. I love the Runaways. I love Lita Ford. I love Cherry Curry, and so anything Runaways I pick up. So yeah, I'm just glad to pick this up. Also from Orange Records. And I had this only on CD, and I never really come across much of this used in the vinyl. I do come across quite a bit of Thin Lizzy, but I don't come across this. So I picked up a reissue of my favorite Thin Lizzy, Chinatown, 180 gram vinyl. I absolutely just love this album. We Will Be Strong, Chinatown, Sugar Blues, one of my favorite songs on the album, Killer on the Loose, Genocide, Hey You, Didn't I. This come out on Back on Black Classics, and this was originally, I want to say, 1980 originally released. I did have it originally in one time on vinyl, but I sold my first record collection many years ago, so I finally got it back. This was also from Orange Records, so I'm just happy to pick up this classic album. Now these are all from the Vinyl Giant, and to me a lot of stuff you never see in the wild. I mean, to me they're rarities. To me anyway. To others maybe not, but yeah. So first up, now there's price stickers up at the top of these. These aren't what the prices were. At one time, maybe originally that's what the price was on these. It has $8 for most of these. But now I lost my train of thought. But anyway, so first up is a band called Antics, some thrash. The album is called Get Up and Get Happy. Cover is in great shape. It's got a few little creases. Here it has the liner notes and a collage of pictures. But never come across this ever. And it is on, let's see, the Enigma white label from '84, Antics. So yeah, I didn't even hesitate when I came across this. It immediately went in my pile. And then I come across a 12-inch single of Fake Healer from Metal Church. One is the edited version and one is not. It's a promo. Could not let this go. So, yeah, good stuff. Love the rods. I did not have this. The cover is, it's okay, I guess, but it's got a little bad spot on the back. The rod's live. Bad spot right there, which no biggie. But let's see here. Killer stuff. Killer live album from the Rods. I picked up a band called Lion, Trouble in Angel City. Of course, this has Doug Aldrich on it. And let's see here, Lion are Cal Swan, vocals, Doug Aldrich, guitars, Jerry Best, Mark Edwards on drums. With Doug Aldrich, had to get it. Good stuff. Most of these albums are in very good shape. Maybe some are VG Plus, but none are near mint or anything like that. So, anyway, some Lion. And then I picked up Raven Alive. And OG, all these are all OGs, so they're not reissues or anything. So here is Raven Live. Good stuff. It's a double album set. Got all the great stuff on here. This was released, let's see here. I'm not sure if I'm going to find a year on the back of this. No, I'm not. So anyway, Raven Live. A shocker find for me. Never come across it. And OG, the cover, I mean, it looks decent, but there's really kind of waves to it. The album is great. Not damaged at all. It's almost like whoever stored the album didn't store it properly. But anyway, Hallows Eve, yes. Monument. Been looking for this on vinyl for years. I mean, years. Finally found it. I mean, classic album, classic band. Doesn't get better than that. Killer thrash. Come out in '87 on the Enigma. And I believe it was distributed. It might be. Let's see here. It's on Metal Blade. Part of Enigma. But classic album, man. I'm so glad I finally have this on vinyl. This one I seen twice. There's another copy of this there, and at the time I didn't really think about it or realize it. This one is a little bit more beat up on the cover, but the vinyl is in good shape. So I'm going to go back and pick up the better copy, and I'll probably trade this away. The band is called Prix, and the album is called Samurai. So as you can see, 698 when it was first released. Of course, if you're not familiar with Prix, it has Robin McCauley on lead vocals. Of course, he went on to do a lot of different stuff with Michael Schenker, a few other bands, but Prix, yeah, just came out. Let's see, this is actually a promo too, so 1983 on Chrysalis Records. So some Prix. Kind of new to me anyway. So good stuff. Some Australian metal. Band is called The Boss. Step on It. Covers beat up a little bit down in this corner, but other than that, I don't think I'm going to find a better copy for what I paid for. But just some killer heavy metal from Australia, from the band Boss. Like I say, some of these are rarities. Never come across them. Aren't the RCA label. This is a US pressing, so some Australian metal, Boss. This really, as soon as I seen this, boom, instant grab. They have 4 albums out. This is one I bought. I paid a little bit more for it, but I'm happy I did. This came out in 1984 on the Mausoleum Records label. This is an OG. It's got a little cover wear, a lot of dog ears in it. You can see one right here. The band is Crossfire. Dog ear here, and then there's another one down there. You can see it right through here. But this is called See You in Hell. Probably one of their better albums. Just some killer thrash from this Danish band. You can see the Mausoleum label. But yeah, Another shocker find. Rarity, grail. Yeah, good stuff. I don't even see any of this new anywhere, even back in the day. This is a promo, 4-song EP, released in '86, and the band of Bonfire and Self. This is Don't Touch the Light EP. Killer stuff. There's the inner liners. And let's see here. I'm trying to see the members, and I don't see it. So I got to fix the cover here. I got to glue it up a little bit down here. So let's see here. Anyway, the members back there, but no names. So anybody know? Let me know. Another shocker find. I never see this in the wild. This is a promo from, let's see here, '83. It's put out by Malice Music. Some Highway Chili Storybook Heroes. Killer find. I love this cover. But yeah, like I say, these are all surprise buys, surprise finds. Vinyl, excellent shape. It just got to be cleaned a little bit. Highway Chili. Another grail find. Never thinking I'd ever find this in the wild. Great band. It's a shame they lost a couple of their guitar players. I know. Trying to think of the singer for Hellstar. Was also in this band on the last album, and it's a killer album. From Malice. This is Malice here. This is License to Kill. Mick Zane, I believe, has passed on, and Jay Reynolds have passed on. So I know they were thinking about doing another release, but I have not heard anything. This is a promo as well. Black. So, another grail find, another rarity. This one, when I first look at it, I was going to buy it anyway, regardless. But when I looked at it, I didn't realize this was sealed. I didn't know that until the other day when I got back. I was going through them. So this is a sealed, original album from Omen and Nightmares. It's a cutout, but no biggie. Still sealed. I mean, minty fresh, as Brendan Von Doom would say. Indeed. Back in the day, it went for $10. This came out on Metal Blade Records, of course, back in... This is actually... came out in '87, so... But just glad to have this too. Killer stuff. This is one album I did not have on my collection, and it is a good one in my opinion. This was released in '79. And this is from Rainbow, Down to Earth. It has Graham Bonnet on vocals. So after Ronnie James Dio, I did not have this. I don't ever see this. Seeing actually 2 of these. If anybody needs one, let me know. But yeah. Love Rainbow. Everything. So happy to have this. This was a shocker too. This is a 12-inch single. This is on the Music for Nations label. Band is called Tank. Echoes of a Distant Battle. This is a UK release. You can see the Music for Nations label. Came out in '83. It's actually a French pressing. So my first Tank on vinyl. Got to get the others. Anybody, help me out. This, I never see this. I had it. And this is an excellent copy. I mean, the cover looks brand new. Doesn't look weathered at all. So glad to get this finally. This was released in '85, and it is Accept. And the album is Kaya Zukaban live album. 6 tracks. You can see how great shape it is. And even the vinyl is in great shape. Another rare find for me. All these are pretty rare. Since I don't ever see these stuff in the wild. Especially around my area. I seen this and it kind of intrigued me. I wasn't real familiar with the band. So I kind of looked at it and then I seen Herman Frank. Bingo. In my pocket. In my collection. It went. Band is called Hazard. Of course, Frank has done a lot of stuff. His own stuff. Of course, with Accept. Very underrated guitarist. He was in Victory. A few other bands. But on the Mausoleum label, of course. An OG. This is almost like it's VG Plus anyway. But yeah, I'm happy with what I picked up. Every now and then I do run across stuff that's you never see. I'm just fortunate that, let's see, when did this come out? Oh, let's see here. I don't see a year. I want to say it's probably in the 80s, 84 maybe. Yeah, I don't see a year on here. But this is a Belgian pressing. Some Hazard. Another. This I didn't see my first time going through the albums until I went back Saturday. I seen this, the last album, in one of the bins I was going through. This is an OG as well. Released in '87. Classic. Lizzie Borden. Visual Lies. I know these have been re-released. I do have a couple of these re-releases I bought last year. But this is an OG. Of course, it has Me Against the World. One of my favorite Lizzie Borden songs. So, yeah, another surprise. Friday I went through these. I seen these two albums there. I didn't pick them up at that time, but I did pick them up on Saturday. This is some progressive rock from, let's see, this came out in 1990 on MCA Records. This is a band called Gamalon and Aerial View. Some progressive rock from the early 90s. This is a promo as well. You can see stamped up here, the promo. A lot of these look like they came from records or a rock station. And then I picked up the other one as well. This is a cutout. This is the self-titled Gamalon from '87. So happy to get this on the Amherst label. Here's some killer thrash. Never see this ever. This was released in '91, also on Metal Blade Records, and marketed and distributed by Music for Nations. The band is called Slaughterhouse and Face Reality. Some thrash, 80s thrash, 90s thrash. But yeah, good stuff. This is another one I bought on Saturday, went through, wasn't familiar with it. This is called Guitar Pete's Axe Attack and the album Nightmare from 1986. The only thing I dislike about it is this thing right here. I don't know why. So I'm sure it came from a records or a rock station. Napalm Records. The Scorcher. Wow. I didn't. This is an original pressing. You can see. Napalm Records. The Scorcher. Guitar Pete's Axe Attack Nightmare. That's what the album is. So, wow. Early version of Napalm Records releases from '86. Unbelievable. So there you go. Another rare find for me. It's a debut album from rock's most devastating new threat out of Germany. This came out in '84 on Summer Breeze Music, and the band is called Bullet and No Mercy. Of course, there's a few Bullet bands, one from the '70s, these guys, of course, and then the Bullet, the current Bullet, I believe, from Sweden. But yeah, somebody tried to take the sticker off and kind of ruin the cover a little bit, but Arista Records. So yeah, a lot of '80s metal I picked up. I got 2 left, I believe. Yes. I never see this. Never see anybody ever show it. Maybe one person. This came out in '88 on the IRS Metal label. Released, yeah, '88. Chrome Molly and album Angst. Killer rare find. So yeah, amazing finds, I'm telling you. And the last one in the finds for now, there's a couple of these bands out there. This one is I believe this is the UK band. Let's see here. The band is called Fist, and Turn the Hell On. I'm trying to find our year release on this. Let's see here. Here's the inners. $1980. This came out in 1980. So, all in all, a hell of a score on some rare stuff you never see in the wild. At least I don't. Maybe other areas you might, but a lot of this stuff is hard to come by nowadays. Some of it can be very pricey. Like I say, I spent a good chunk of change on this, which I wanted to do anyway. But anyway, here's the band Fist from the UK. And yeah, probably early new wave of British heavy metal here. So yeah, great stuff. All in all, man, I tell you what, I was so stoked when I went through these albums at the store and found them, and I picked them up. To me, this is what kind of a once in a lifetime find. All these albums, you may come across one or two of these, you know, but you'll never come across all these at once, at least around here. So if you got any comments, leave them below. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell, and you'll get future updates. So anyway, this is all I have for this version of the Vinyl Hunter. So take care and keep it metal, and I'll see you next time. Good night, everyone.